season started, would you imagine that you could have 5 straight wins at this time of the year and be second on the ladder?
Yeah, I guess we did. We were positive coming into the year, so we were confident we were going to get the wins on the board. And challenge now is to put it behind us as quick as we can, because we've got another tough game this week.
Even after those 2 big knees, that you didn't have any doubt then, even that you may not be this strong.
No, we knew we had guys that could go down there and play a role for us. They're holding up, remarkably well. We're not surprised by it. We knew what we were going to get, but we've got a really good system in place, and it's working for us at the moment, which is good.
What's happened with the midfield, do you think? Because you copped a little bit of criticism early days, but it seems to have completely turned around now.
I guess the hard work's starting to pay off. The young kids are developing pretty quickly, which is always nice. And we've got one of the best ruckmen in the competition, giving us first use of the ball most weeks. So a lot of things are falling into place for us, but I think the underlying thing is just hard work, and we're trying to sustain it for the rest of the year.
Do you think Adam Simpson's systems are starting to work? Do you think they're starting to sink in with the boys and they're working it out, and that's part of it?
Yeah, no doubt. We've had full confidence since day dot with Simo. It was just a matter of trying to get it to become second nature. It's just a natural thing. You get new information. It takes a while to learn, and we're starting to pick it up pretty easily now.
Has Nick's influence been undersold in your
eyes? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we don't really worry what gets said about him outside our club rooms, but we're really happy with how he's going. His ruck work's the best it's been in a long time, probably ever. So just happy I'm roving to him.
Do you think that the expectations, because where he was drafted, placed more pressure on him, and the expectations maybe were too high in the early years, and maybe now it's just starting to roll in?
I don't think they were too high. I mean, we expect big things from him because of how talented he is, really. But I think outside, people probably judged him a bit unfairly. He's had a shock and run with his body. Hardly got any minutes into him over pre-seasons for a number of years, and finally had a good run of this year, and he's fit and up and going now, which is makes our job a hell of a lot easier.
What about Liam Duggan, NAB Rising Star this week, nominee, do you think?
Oh, you'd think so. Yeah, he's had a good start to his career. He's going to be a really, really special player, and we feel we drafted really well last year, and he's just one of those kids.
His disposal's damn good, isn't it?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's already telling us he's got bunga covered, so hopefully the young fella gets a Rising Star nomination this week. Be good for him.
Have you noticed your style based a bit on the Hawthorn style? Do you reckon that's fair to say?
No, I think Simo tried to bring his own style when he came. I think he had a great apprenticeship, so to speak, working under Al Clarkson. But every coach has got their own style. No one tries to copy 100% what another team does. So Simo's got his own things in place, and they're working for us at the moment.
I just meant by the influence of the kicking and the fact that not turning the ball over, hitting targets, the left footer and Duggan, that sort of thing.
I think we've been fairly brave with the footy this year. We're taking calculated risks, but we've got some fantastic users of the footy in the team, particularly out of the back line, which is where it's nearly most important. So when you've got guys like Jeremy McGovern, Shuey, Sharrod, these guys taking marks down back, you need to be able to use it on the way out, and I think they're doing a really good job.
How have you assessed your own form this season so
far? Well, 5 in a row. I haven't had too much time to think about my own form too much. Pretty happy with how things are going as a team. So, week to week, you set little goals for yourself going into games, but we're winning 5 in a row, so there's not too much we're going to try and change.
You've been pushing forward and kicking a few goals. Has that been a clear directive from the coach?
I think he likes his forwards kicking goals, but it's where I rest when I go off ball. So I like to try and hit the scoreboard, but I think our midfield this year's hitting the scoreboard a bit more than previous years. We've seen Yowie pretty getting forward, kicking a few. It always helps.
Just from the outside looking in, the move of Yowie into the midfield has been quite remarkable. How have you assessed it, and how much of a help you see in there?
He gives us a huge chop out. He's hard at the footy. He's clean, and and he uses the ball really well. So there's not much more you want from a midfielder. He can go forward and take a grab as well, which is just another weapon for him. So yeah, he's developed really quickly for us. We knew he was going to be a good player when we got him from Brisbane. But he's got a lot of hard work ahead of him, but he's a good young kid, good head on his shoulders, and I love playing with him. He's going to be a really good player for us.
In terms of stoppages, just having that bigger body in there, how much does that help you guys out? We've seen the Freo, how big that's been.
I don't think the size so much is what separates the Freo midfield. I think they're just really good players. I think size tends to be overrated at times, but certainly for Yowie, his aerial game is one of his strengths. So obviously his height comes into it then.
Yeah, fingers crossed we won't have anything to worry about from the MRP, but if things don't go his way, how do you go about covering him this week?
We'll worry about that if that happens, but we're fairly confident he'll be all right.
They're on a 5-game winning streak, but quarter time you'll considerably, it looked like you had all the momentum, and then all of a sudden at half time, 5-1 to the Saints, and it's back to 2 goals. Is there still considerable growth in terms of a 4-quarter performance though?
Yeah, there is. There hasn't been too many games where we've played complete 4 quarters, so we talked about in the lead up to the game that St Kilda are a team that won't go away. You can't put them away in 1 or 2 quarters. It's got to be a 4-quarter effort, and we didn't do that in the first half. And it was pretty simple at half time. Simo told us we just needed to crank up our pressure a bit, and we did it in the 3rd quarter, and we got the job done. But they got a talented young list. They play an exciting brand of footy, and I think they were always going to come back at us after a pretty flat first quarter.
In the next month before the bye, you've now got Geelong, North, Essendon and Richmond, and sort of those sides that will be around you or expected to be around you. Do you think you need to really start ramping that up to produce a full 4 quarters to make sure that you do continue the winning ways?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's a fairly tough month. Obviously, don't want to look too far ahead, but Richmond beat Port Adelaide yesterday. Obviously, North Melbourne are always there around the mark as well. So it's going to be an interesting 4 games for us. I think Simo said in his press conference after the game that the competition hasn't really settled yet. I think over the next 4 weeks we'll get a better idea of where teams are going to sit towards the back end of the year. But it's going to be a tough month for us, but we're really looking forward to it. We've embraced every challenge that's been thrown our way this year, so this is no different for us.